Iran launching a fresh round of strikes tonight. You can see them.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Daily Dose of News, where we serve up the world's chaos with a side of, well, more chaos. I'm your host, and boy oh boy, do we have a doozy of a news day for you. So grab your coffee, maybe some tissues, and possibly a stress ball. Let's start with the Middle East, where the situation has gone from bad to worse. The Israel-Iran conflict has now entered its fourth consecutive day, and frankly, it's escalating faster than anyone anticipated. Iranian missiles struck Israel's Tel Aviv and Haifa before dawn, destroying homes, while Israel faced retaliation from Iran after launching Operation Rising Lion against Tehran's leadership and energy infrastructure. The casualty numbers are staggering. At least 24 people have been killed as of Monday, with reports indicating deaths in both Bat Yam and central Israel. Now, here's where it gets particularly concerning. Israel's strikes killed the IRGC's intelligence chief and 2 other generals. That's not exactly the kind of thing you do when you're looking to de-escalate, is it? Both militaries are now urging civilians on opposing sides to evacuate targeted areas, which, well, that's never a good sign. What makes this even more complicated is Iran's response to the international community. They've limited cooperation with the UN nuclear watchdog, citing the organization's silence on Israeli strikes. Iran has also suspended nuclear negotiations with the US that were scheduled for this weekend. World leaders at this week's G7 meeting are expressing serious concerns that this confrontation could spiral into a broader regional conflict. And honestly, looking at the current trajectory, those concerns seem pretty justified. Moving to domestic news, and this one's genuinely disturbing. The state of Minnesota has been rocked by what can only be described as a politically motivated assassination campaign. Vance Boelter was captured Sunday night and charged in the shootings of 2 state lawmakers and their spouses, including the murder of state rep. Now here's the truly chilling part. Authorities say Boelter allegedly had dozens of Minnesota Democrats on a target list. Dozens. This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a calculated plan targeting Democratic lawmakers specifically. Shifting our focus to India, where it's been, well, let's just say it's been a challenging few days for the subcontinent. In Pune, a bridge collapse has claimed 4 lives and injured 18 others, with search and rescue operations still ongoing. Meanwhile, in Delhi, 2 men and a stray dog died from electrocution after a fallen tree struck power lines. Mother Nature, it seems, is not playing favorites this week. On the aviation front, investigators are working on 2 separate incidents: a helicopter crash near Kedarnath and an Air India plane crash in Ahmedabad. 47 victims from these incidents have been identified through DNA analysis. Back in the United States, President Trump made headlines by vetoing an Israeli plan to assassinate Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei. His reasoning? No American casualties had occurred that would justify such an extreme measure. Meanwhile, anti-Trump protests continue across the country, with 30,000 demonstrators gathering in Los Angeles to oppose an immigration crackdown involving active-duty military. Because apparently, peaceful transitions of power are still a work in progress. In related political developments, a Democratic senator was arrested amid these rising tensions, though details on that situation are still emerging. As we wrap up today's update, it's worth taking a step back and considering what we're witnessing. From the Middle East to the American Midwest, from India's infrastructure challenges to ongoing political tensions in the US, these aren't isolated incidents. They're part of a broader pattern of instability that's becoming, well, unfortunately, familiar. Stay safe out there, news junkies. And remember, when the world gives you chaos, make a YouTube video about it. Peace out.